Well, hello, my fellow flyers. Here we are again. And for some reason, you guys keep coming back. Now, I think I might be doing something okay. I mean, as far as insulting all the companies that are out there, or most of the companies that are out there, by calling them sleazeballs, but in a good way. I hope I'm doing a good job and letting you guys know that what's good and what's bad and what's kind of so. So with this, we're going to go into another little subject here on FPV RAW. I'll be your host here, Ruben Hadegi. I'm going to make sure I keep you guys entertained and kind of give you that non-PC bullshit up in as much information as I can, to kind of give you my description, my take, my personal take about the community and racing and free flight. Now, this is a different segment that I'm going to hope to kind of fill you in, and hopefully I can kind of intrigue new guys out there and old guys out there, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But some people might not have the same thought process as I have. But since I've been doing this for quite some time, and a little bit longer than most of you motherfuckers out there, you kind of understand where I'm coming from. Because I was back in the day where I wanted HD video on my craft. And I know that the community, and well, not the community, the people that we show in the community, the people we show, like we want to show them high quality video. And I'm going to roll this into racing and free flight. And what happens is, back in the day, we had standard vision, which was kind of what we were stuck with. The 5.8 and then the 1.2s and the 2.4s, video links, and it's standard definition. Now, the FPV community is kind of like rolling back. Like, we're taking a retarded step back in standard definition for some fucking reason. I don't know why. Again, this is an adult podcast. It's explicit. So if your children are listening, I do apologize. The little ones, I don't want to cuss in front of them, but I want to give you this is my raw take. This is my experience. This is my take, my own input, my own personal input as a manufacturer, as a buyer, right? As a consumer, as a builder, DIY guy. This is my personal take too, because I don't want to be a company out there that strictly makes it and is worried about my image. Fuck that. I want to give you my personal take. That way you guys can know and you guys can figure out for yourselves if it's good or not. Because I've been through the whole fucking ringers. Like, I've been through that shit. I want to make sure you guys don't do it. That's all. So if I'm a little bit vulgar, I do apologize, but fuck it. Who else is going to tell you? Like, who else is going to be honest with you? If I can just tell a person, say, hey, don't buy the expensive shit if you're starting out. Don't buy it. A lot of the main companies will fucking hate that shit, but fuck them. Oh shit, what's this? Fuck you, NVIDIA. God damn it. If I can figure out how to lower the volume, there we go. Turn that shit off. NVIDIA is always trying to tell me to upgrade my shit. I got the 960 mobile on my laptop, and it's pretty fucking tight. But it just keeps giving me notifications, and I keep telling it to piss off. It's like an old girlfriend that just won't get the hint. But I'm just like, I'm trying to tell you guys, what's good, what's not, and what'll get you by to learn. And then when you get better, you buy the shit that you want. Like, if you want to buy a name brand, go buy name brand. That's fine. Go do it. I encourage you to do it and go support those smaller companies out there who are struggling. And I'm totally for the small companies because I'm a small company and I do promote, those smaller guys that are out there and they're struggling. So if you can find a small company out there that's in your area or you want to work with who is friendly with you, go do it. If they're assholes to you, then say, fuck that shit. I'm going to bounce to fucking Amazon or Banggood. But fuck Banggood because they're fucking cloning shit left and right. But they do have some good products. I like to buy their light bulbs. Very cheap. But there is some shit that I want to talk to you about. It's about FPV racing. Now, this is going to be a crazy-ass subject. It might be a little bit longer. I might get interrupted by my kids, but I'm going to try to wrap it up as a decent timeline, because they're going to run in here and they're going to start screaming at me. And then I got to say goodnight to them because it's about their bedtime. It's pretty late. I should be working, but I'm not going to, because I feel like I should do this. Because it's fun. It's different. Because I'm so used to building wings all the fucking time. It's nice to do something different. So let me get back to this whole racing and the free flight. I have raced. I've raced in Canada. I've raced in New York for Drone Nationals. I raced in Canada for the NAFPV event over there to qualify to go to New York in the Drone Nationals put on by the DSA. And I attended the Drone Nationals in 2015, I think. 2015 in August, I think. And so I attended that. I didn't race, but I attended because it was all mini quads. They didn't know what wings were. Now you're going to learn, motherfuckers. Wings are the shit, dog. It's just, I say that because it's big. It's big. It's awesome. It's fucking loud. You got to put your logos on there. Companies got to put their logos on the wings. I'm all about fuck spec class. I'm just going to say that right now. I don't give a shit about spec class. I'm all about the open class. Open class all the motherfucking way. You know why? Because there's no limit on speed. There's no limit on fucking what you can carry on that fucking wing. And you can go balls to the motherfucking wall. And you know what that means? That means fucking warp speed, bitches. Warp motherfucking speed. That you can race, a 4S against a 12S. It's open. That's what it means. It's fucking open. No, just kidding. I don't think a 4S would race against a fucking 12S because it'd just be weird. But it's open. So, like, you can get a 100-inch, or you can get a Dreadnought, an 81.5-inch airplane, a wing. You can race a fucking goddamn Skywalker if you wanted to, if you think it's fast enough, but just for fun. You can race a fucking kite if it's FPV and you can control it to the course. It's open. That's the whole beauty of it, and it's going to be fun. So that's what I'm going to talk about is racing and free flight. My background is I've done a little bit of both. Like I said before, I raced in Canada to qualify for the Drone Nationals in the Governor's Mansion or Governor's Island in New York. I didn't qualify, or I qualified, but I didn't get a race in the last race because I had to catch an airplane, go back home. And then I flew over to Hawaii. I took my family and attended the Drone Worlds race over there, which was a lot of fun for me and the family because I got to meet everybody. Super awesome people. If we met, and I'm not going to go through all the names because there's a lot of people out there. I had so much fun, and you guys are motherfucking awesome. And it was just a lot of fun. Family had a blast. We got snow cones. We got to see fishes. We got to see sea urchins. Kids got diarrhea. I freaking woke up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. There's some crabs over there. They're scary as hell because of their little feet and their little teeth. And they look like they're going to bite you, but they don't. And I caught one in the net. My kids freaked out because it jumped out of the net when I caught it, and it was stronger than hell. And it jumped out. We all had fun. Got pictures. But the racing event that goes on and the shit that you have to do to kind of build yourself up, the emotional buildup that you have when you're getting ready to race is fucking crazy. And the racing event that is going to be happening in the future is unknown. So the events that are going to go on are going to happen in, this is 2017. It's going to be a little bit different because they're going to grow from what they've learned in 2015 by the DSA, Drone Sports Association. And from what they've learned to 2016 to the events that they put on. And then you got all these other background organizations that are learning, and they're then going to continue and probably upgrade their racing standards in 2017, because it's all about copying and all about progressing. And copying is what happens. It's kind of what happens. Like cars, when you make cars, they're all copying each other. If you're making fucking camcorders, they're all copying each other. Baseball, the baseball companies are copying each other. Football, hockey, fucking poker, foosball, you name it. Shit like that. So all these guys are going to be learning, because this is a new sport. There's a lot of corporations that are out there that want to get on board. And so they're going to learn from all the past stuff and kind of make something even better. And whoever has the most money in backing the system, they're obviously going to achieve the end goal. And that's just the bottom line. It's how it's worked in the past and in the future in companies and development. Whoever has the most money and they want to put forth into that company, they're going to succeed. There is no way about it. It's just going to happen. And it's about social media. It's about using their outlets and promoting the system. The company that is exceeding right now in terms of consistent information, clips, promotion and shit like that is the DRL, the Drone Racing League. And it basically came out of the woodwork. It was a NFL companies or organizations kind of saw this little niche, and they communicated with some of these racers, and they developed a league, the drone racing league, and kind of evolved from that. And then they made it to a more mainstream, where it's more palatable for the masses. And they're doing segments, which is small takes for the masses. Like, especially they're showing their stuff on. They were just on the internet, but now ESPN is starting to take little bites and pieces, and they're doing segments of that. And now they're doing more clips. It's a lot of information, so just hold on. Just hold on to your butt cheeks. We're gonna go through this, and hopefully you guys can enjoy the ride. So, like what they're doing is they're getting the media, the social media. They're giving the other mainstream medias a taste, the main population a taste of what drone racing is. And when they give that taste, they're going to spark interest. That interest is then going to grow, and they're going to put on bigger events in the future. And that's something that I'm kind of putting together. That's not what I meant. But putting together and just testing the waters. It's their way of doing it. Other companies like the Multi GP has been doing a lot of the we'll call it like backyard racing, where it hasn't, and this is how I judge it. And as a spectator, I'm not an organizer. As a spectator, I see this as more of a backyard event, where it doesn't have the Drone Sports Association, the DSA kind of level yet, or the Drone Racing League yet. It doesn't have that level of I want to play. It's not wordplay. It's God dang it. There's a word out there. I just can't think of it right now, because I'm trying to like progress to the next segment. But that level of play, that level of theater, that level of that class yet, right? I mean, they're getting there. They have helped in the DR1, which is the Mountain Dew segment of drone racing, which was actually pretty cool to watch. It was actually, the course looked a lot of fun, and Multi-GP did help with that course. And that was actually pretty cool. I did enjoy that. So Multi-GP has been, showing that they can succeed in putting on these events. The racers do enjoy attending those events because they have a lot of fun. And those events are enjoyable to watch, especially for guys like me, because I'm a spectator. I haven't been to a lot of the events, because I'm very limited to what I can do, and my time and vacation time for my real job. This is just on the side, but I'm very limited to that stuff, so I can only do so much. But these events will grow, and they're a lot of successful events that Multi-GP is putting on. It's showing that they are capable of running into a larger event and progressing into the next step. And maybe they might catch the eye of another organization that might, kind of fund them and take it to the next step to, going big time, which is also good to see. Currently right now, the Drone Nationals, Drone Worlds has, from what I've seen, exceeded in terms of publicity, of getting people together. They've exceeded the standard of gathering pilots and getting people together and large companies and corporations together. They've exceeded. So that's hard to do. So you start to see that, because I've interacted with the Drone Nationals because I was part of the scouting mission, so I got to interact with them, and the scouting mission to Hawaii, scouting missions to Las Vegas, and the Drone Nationals, Drone World. So, and the level that they've put together, even though the race kind of sucked, and there's so many people, because they basically, they had so many people, limited amount of time, things weren't ready, so they kind of dropped the ball there, but they have the capability, and Multi-GP has the ability to organize and put on an awesome race course that I think if they group up, which would be fucking amazing, but I don't know if that's going to happen, because there's a lot of bullshit. I'm pissing on this guy's shoe, and this guy's pissing on this guy's shoe, and this is mine. And so that shit's going on in the background. Not going to lie, it is. So if them motherfuckers want to get on the same fucking horse and not get fucking shitted on by all the other companies, they'd be smart and group up and fucking drop the biggest fucking turd on all the other organizations if they work together. God damn, it would be huge. But a lot of the companies that are watching these guys fail or these guys succeed, and they're implementing it onto their race. So racing in the future is still kind of an unknown, because we haven't seen an organization to pull it off yet successfully and have people come in, buy tickets at the venue, and enjoy. So 2017 definitely is going to happen. Still curious. I'd love to see some more shit. I'm pushing for big shit, big crafts. That's 100%. Faux shiggity. I'm quoting Capone Noriega. Faux shiggity. We're not going to say the other one because I don't want to be a little bit, it's just not appropriate, but you know what I mean. I can say it, but I want to make sure that that's my personal take. If I was doing a blog, if I was a fucking tech reporter, this is the shit that I'd be talking about. I'd probably have somebody else correct it and go through and spell check it and correctly work on the wording and shit like that, because I'm a pretty vulgar motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. I'm polite as fuck, but I am also love to get to the point. I fucking hate bullshit. If you're going to bullshit me, I will fucking rip your head off. Don't fucking bullshit me. Just saying. Don't bullshit me. If you listen to this, if we're working together, if you want to work together in the future, don't fucking bullshit me. I will fucking rip your head off. That's for sure. But, it's just my personal take. It's my info. If I was doing a blog, this is shit that I'm just keeping real. Just keeping it motherfucking real. Know what I mean, motherfuckers? So, information, racing, the events, it's going to happen. For you racers who are out there, follow the organizations. Make sure you are putting the numbers out that are required of you. Make sure you are in the spec class. Make sure you are in the open class. Make sure your gear is working before you get to the event. Because what happens is, if they change some shit, you want to make sure your gear is easily and readily able to adjust to whatever they change. So if they say it needs to be 400 milliwatts or 200 milliwatts, you better change it to 400 or 200 milliwatts or have a system that's easily accessible. Don't change it there on the spot, because what's going to happen is you're going to freak out. You're going to be pissed. They did that a couple times. I said, fuck it. I'm going to roll 600 milliwatts. I'm going to take a shit on this system, on every system. So you enjoy it. I'm fucking racing. I got away with it one time, and that's about it. I don't know. We'll see if I can get away with it again. I'm going to try to do it again. Said, fuck you, bitches. I know how far I'm going to go out there. I know what happens. If I go any further than that, my fucking range is going to get shit. It's going to get really bad. But make sure your craft is easily accessible. Make sure your craft is working. Do not go to a racetrack or a race course or a race event and be iffy about it. Like, my crafts here, this is my personal take. This is my personal experience. Like, I know I could throw them up in the air and not give a shit. They're going to fucking fly. I may need to tune it for each class or each course. If the track changes, if it's going to be like a hairpin 90 degree turn or very sharp, close quarters, like, whatever the fuck they have on there, I can do that, like, on the fly. It's easy, very easy to do. I have 3 settings: low, medium, and high, so I can adjust that. But these aircrafts that I have, they're fucking sound, and with HD video, fucking looks nice. Looks amazing. But that's why I'm going to race in the open class. So if you're racing, you can't have an HD video system on there because it's weight, it's drag. You don't really want, you don't want that. You want to try to win. But if you want to entice people and you want to get people to kind of enjoy the racing, you need HD video. No, there is no fucking if and buts about it. You need HD fucking video, because if a sponsor sees it, if a investor sees it, they're going to enjoy the HD quality. Doesn't give a shit if it's rocky or not. They want clear quality. That's how you're going to promote your shit. I'm just saying. So, racing, make sure your craft is solid. Make sure you're ready to go. What you're going to experience there is totally up to you. Some people are rock solid. Other people are so fucking panicky, they end up shitting their pants. Like me, I do get freaking weirded out because I don't like to be on stage. I don't like to be in public. I don't like to be... I'm a hermit. I'm a motherfucking hermit. I like to stick to myself. I'm a weirdo like that. That's how I roll. I'm a lone wolf, motherfuckers. But, with racing event like that, it's kind of weird. It does put butterflies in my stomach. I do to get weird. And it just happens. A lot of us happen. So being ready for that and making sure your aircraft is secure and ready to rock and roll at any given time, that's a big plus. So you eliminate, any kind of shit that they can throw at you, you're going to be in a good spot to get ready and fly, because you're hoping that the person next to you is going to fuck up, and that's going to put you closer to the finish line. You know what I mean? So, having that shit and being ready for the racing. So, keep your eyes open for the events and the organizations that are going to pop up, this year, and learn from last year. If you can, if you do research, do check that out. Learn what people are racing. Learn what the organization's rules are and the regulations are, and just study. The next thing I'm going to talk about is free flight, and that's kind of like the transition from racing to free flight. My specialty is free flight. That's where I excel in. I can cruise like a motherfucker. I can go long range. I can go as high as I want to. Fuck the regulations. I roll free flight. That's my thing. And that's my favorite thing. And if you don't like it, I gives motherfucking fuck, because I like to fly in the clouds. I like to fly in my area. That's my favorite thing to do. I'm so used to my area. Like I can recognize shit in my area. So that's just me. And I trust my gear. My gear is 100% reliable. And that's just me. Free flight all the motherfucking way. For me, I don't really give a shit about racing. I'll do it if it's there, but I can care less about racing. It's cool. Free flight, all for me. Me likey, Tommy likey, like a motherfucker. A lot of fun. So, if you are a skilled free flight operator, pilot, craft, if your shit's set up, you're going to whoop ass in racing. Bottom line, there's no way about it. If you cruise and you can kind of understand, your craft and what it can do in terms of turning, speeds, stall speeds, a lot of the aircrafts that you're going to see in the racing scene will stall on a slow course. Remember that. A lot of the aircrafts that you are going to see will stall on the race course or on a slow race course. That I can tell you for sure. I can tell you that right now. They can't fly for shit. That's just me. That's a secret. I'm telling you guys. Don't tell anyone else, okay? But just remember that. Fast, you're going to have to fight for it. There's a lot of crafts out there. Obviously, the drag of some of the crafts will bring you down for racing and free flight. But a lot of the time what happens is free flight is really you're not racing, but if your gear is set and sound, that means you can crank out, a higher watt or a higher output motor. And your only situation there would be the camera, the GoPro camera, or mainly the GoPro camera. That's going to be your main basically brick wall. You're then flying a brick. But if you can narrow that down somehow, mold that into the aircraft to where you can get solid video, because right now, the GoPro 5 session is actually, it's rated as the king. Like it's pretty damn good video. I've yet to get my hands on one. It's supposed to be really good, but that would be the shit. If you can find a system like that that's molded, for the GoPro session to be in sitting pretty, but it's expensive. So I doubt that. We'll see. But a lot of the race crafts that you're going to see in the spec class, basically they ain't shit. They ain't shit. You can smoke them. I know you can. If you practice at free flight, you can smoke them motherfuckers any motherfucking day. Know what I mean? You're going to be in there good. You can hold your own. This is the thing. You're going to understand your craft a lot better than those guys, because what they're training for is full speed all the time. 100% throttle all the time. That's all they know. That's all they're training for. But you, as a free flight person, as a free flight, flyer, you're cruising, right? You're learning to be one with your aircraft at a slower, you can kick up the speed if you want to, but that at a slow speed, your craft can turn. At a medium speed, your craft can turn even faster, and you're going to be adjusting. So you're going to be bonding with your aircraft. It's like you ever watch Iron Eagle? You know what I mean? Watch Iron Eagle. You'll know what I'm talking about. Top Gun. You'll know what I'm talking about. That's the shit. You're bonding with your aircraft. Full speed. Yeah. You're basically, you don't really care about your aircraft. You're flying balls to the wall, and there's a bond there. You know what I mean? There's a bond there. Like, you care about your craft, and you care about that system that you're just cruising. You're like, driving your own classic car that you spent hours building and cleaning up. Like, you're going to understand your craft in the most simplest term. You're going to understand it. So just cruising and just free flight. Hell yeah. You guys are going to get it. I know you guys are. I know it. You guys are out there. You guys got to practice, and you guys got to come out and race and kick some freaking ass. I would love to see you guys out there. Me personally, like when I race and when I do these events, like Canada, I flew one time before. I flew like the day, it was like the day or two before I had to fly out there, and I haven't flown in like a month. Even now, I haven't flown in weeks because, well, it's been raining here and it's been raining like a motherfucker. So like I haven't flown, but if I had to go to an event, I would go out and fly, and I would fly once. I would fly one pack, land it, and be ready to go. Like I know my system works so good. It's just flawless. Like I can fly it slow. It doesn't tip stall. It can handle payload. I know I got HD video on board, so I can show everyone, whoever I want to promote, their brand. I can promote myself. It's HD video. If any other company that wants to do a piece on it, I have HD video ready to give to them. I can put my logo on it. Bam, they have it. HD video. And I'm ready. I'm prepared. I can fly. So for me, as a free flight person, it's just very easy for me to do. I feel like I'm talking way too much on this free flight stuff and racing stuff, but it's true. That's the shit that I want to talk about. Anyways, it's a lot of shit. I'm telling you, it's a lot of shit. That I hope you guys can kind of learn and understand. From the beginning of what I'm talking about to kind of where we're at right now. You guys can kind of learn it. There's a lot of shit you guys got to learn. A lot of shit. Styles, crafts, speeds, capability of the craft. There's a lot of stuff you guys are going to need to learn. And I'm going to do my best, even if I talk this long, I barely scratched the surface of what you guys can learn out there. It's a lot of information, but I hope you guys can learn it, and I hope you guys can gain a little bit of information from me. So with that, you guys have a good one. I'm going to end it here on the video of the week put on by Gabriel 2584. Let me say that again. It's on YouTube. Check it out. His link will be in the description of this podcast below. It's Gabriel, Gabriel 2584 on YouTube. RPV FPV Through Buildings. This video was uploaded August 19th, 2007. It's an awesome video. This was before all the bullshit regulations by the fucking FAA, all that crap. This was before. It's in Brazil. The dude knows what the fuck he's doing. He has a bunch of videos. He's experienced. I don't want to hear no fucking bullshit. Oh, you shouldn't promote that. Fuck you. This is a good video. I hope you guys like it. I enjoyed it. Shows you what's capable of these aircrafts for fun. Nothing dangerous, but it's just a good video. So Gabriel's doing it back in the day before all these other doofuses claim to fame. So shout out to Gabriel. What up, dog? Here's the video. Enjoy. And until next time on FPV RAW, my fellow nerds, I'll see you later.